That's Verne Siebert you're looking at there. Here is Crazy Chris Colt. He's from San Francisco, California. Weighs in at 230 pounds. And he'll be up against his opponent from Vancouver, British Columbia, Verne Siebert. Verne Siebert at 230 pounds.
You'll keep your mouth shut. I didn't come down.
Well, you can see they're 210 and 230 respectively, so they're fairly well matched. Although this guy, Chris Colt, believe me, is something else. He's just returned from Trinidad, Port of Spain, Europe. He was banned on British television. And you just might find out why he was banned on British television. He has toured with people like Joe Cocker. He was there as his bodyguard. This man is a bizarre wrestler. That's all I can tell you. Not exactly loved by the fans. A very different wrestler. He was one half of the World Tag Team Championship 5 different times. And Verne Siebert gets an arm on him real fast. Oh, referee Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown not very happy about getting his hair pulled by Chris Colt. Colt comes back quickly. Verne Siebert moving around very, very quickly. Gets his hand up on the rope. And there's Chris Colt. Grabs him by the hair. Now we've got Al Tomko down lying at ringside, Master Sergeant Tomko. Now, of course, Chris Colt has been pairing up with Master Sergeant Tomko. Master Sergeant Tomko did bring him in. And now we've got Chris Colt saying that Master Sergeant Tomko is the boss. As far as he's concerned, he brought him in, and he's going to do what he says. And there's the fans getting up the chant of Crazy Colt. Crazy Colt.
Stay out of the man's hair.
Chris Colt. That's a very fast takedown on Verne Siebert. Chris Colt really putting the pressure on Verne Siebert. You can see that Verne Siebert is feeling that, trying to spin around. Siebert trying to get Chris Colt's shoulders down and almost succeeded there for a moment. He's going to do it again, rolls it again. Gets the 2 counts. Tom referee Bruce Brown. Chris Colt complaining that his trunks are being pulled. And, of course, Chris Colt is really working that head of Verne Siebert. He is also yelling at the crowd, as the crowd are calling him Crazy Colt, and he does not like that. Verne Siebert takes a hard, close fist smash to the head.
You don't touch me. I say keep your hand off.
And there's Colt on the outside of the rope, talking to the fans. Referee Bruce Brown trying to hold down Verne Siebert, as Siebert would just love to drag him back into the ring. Chris Colt. And Chris Colt waiting for Verne Siebert. Siebert waits just a little too long. Master Sergeant Tomko kind of in the wings at ringside. Bruce Brown's going to have his hands full on this one. You can see Verne Siebert. Verne Siebert is really in pain as he's got the neck muscles being squeezed by Colt. Chris Colt really pouring on the pressure and enjoying every minute of it. Here are the fans getting into Crazy Colt. Master Sergeant Tomko telling him to squeeze just like a pineapple. Verne Siebert really taking a lot of pressure here. Now Colt using his feet. Chris Colt. Once again, working that same hole. I told you that we had a weird one in Chris Colt. You know I'm not kidding.
Hey, get out of the man's chair. Get out of the...
Verne Siebert
Stay out of the man's
taking another close fist to the side of the face.
Hey, keep your hands off.
Verne, as I said, in his first year of professional wrestling,
Here, what?
and this guy Colt, of course, has been around for a long, long time in the ring. And Verne Siebert getting off the ringside gets a few extra punches thrown at him from Master Sergeant Tomko at the ringside. Chris Colt working on Verne Siebert. Siebert having really getting the worst of this. There's Colt again, drops that elbow right in the middle of the chest of Verne Siebert. There it is, a 3 count. It is all over. Chris Colt handling that one. As Bruce Brown gets it up there, and you can see Verne Siebert still in the ring. The match is over, but Chris Colt still manages to drop an elbow on Verne Siebert. Not too sure whether Verne Siebert is going to come back from that or not. Really taking a lot of pain from Chris Colt. I told you Chris is a little bizarre. And he's a little bizarre, believe me. But Chris Colt, as you can see, is also a very experienced wrestler and is back in the area once again. And, of course, he's going to be up against a couple of fellas that I have alongside me here. This guy, Chris Colt, is something else.
Yes, he really is something else. He's one hell of a wrestler and is a tough individual. You know, last week he's out here saying to everybody, well, that he's not crazy, that he's a freak. Well, Colt, yes, you are a freak, so why don't you tell us something that we don't already know? I already know that, and Ho already knows that, but just being a freak is not going to win matches in this ring, Colt, because let me tell you something. Me and Dean have your number, and believe me, we're going to be in that ring Monday night, and it's going to take a lot more than a freak and a geek like Tomko to beat us, because we're coming out of that ring Monday night with the belts, Colt. You're tough, and Tomko, you're tough, but me and Dean are just a little bit tougher. We're going to show you on Monday night just how tough we are.
This bit of being the tag team champions, you sure get up against some tough competition, Dean.
Well, you know, they're all tough, really. They're all tough. But the interesting thing is, as I look back right now at Chris Colt, whom I've wrestled on quite a few occasions throughout the country, you look back, the man he's rough, he's tough, he's good, naturally. But everybody has an Achilles tendon, you know? And he has one, and it's his brain. And it's going to be interesting when Tomko gets into the ring as his partner. There might be some dissension there. Can you imagine Sergeant Al Tomko trying to direct this man? Here he's got a colt, which is a horse naturally. He's got a grizzly. And then he's also got a turkey. You know who the turkey is?
I'm not going to answer that question, Dean. You keep trying to get me into trouble, and I'm not going to answer that question.
Tomko. Al Tomko the turkey. So you can imagine he's got a whole zoo with him, you know, and plus Moose Morowski.
I say you forgot a moose.
Complete menagerie there. But then again, I've asked for this match, and it was sanctioned by the NWA. And you know what can happen in a hurricane. Well, this time, this is a Hawaiian hurricane. And many of you people out there that have witnessed one know what can happen. It's 4 men in the ring, and with a partner that I have, such as Moondog, we can't miss. We cannot miss. And believe me, we're going to get out there, do our best because of the belts. The belts mean not only a lot to us, but because we represent the people of Canada.
Thank you very much, Dean, and I know that Moondog feels exactly the same way. Those belts are certainly the added incentive.
Well, that's right. You know, we like to be the champions, the international tag team champions, because not only would we represent the Canadian people, but the international people. And, you know, along with the championship, you get championship money that goes along with this and the top matches. Well, let me tell you, we want to come out of that ring with a championship, and we're going to do whatever we have to in that hurricane match to do just that.
Thank you, Moondog, and that's going to be quite a match coming up, of course, next Monday at the Gardens. We got more wrestling coming up on All-Star Wrestling right after this.